Alright, so here's a video of me fixing the Toyota Corolla that I own. The wheel bearing assembly wasn't broken itself, but the wheel studs were rusted on there. So when I had loosened them, they had kind of broken off because they were stripped by whoever put it in last time. So I looked online. It was actually cheaper to get that part on the left than it would be to just try to bang out these wheel studs. And I tried to bang it out with a hammer and they were stuck in there. So I just decided to just buy a whole new part. The whole part was only like $98, I think. And then the new lug nuts were like maybe $5. So still it's cheaper to do all this than to take it to a mechanic and get new wheel studs in it. And they likely would have suggested that I did this once they saw those wheel studs rusted on that old one. So luckily this is like the easiest job I've ever done. It's easier than an oil change. It's only 4 bolts. So it did take a lot to get the drum, that rusty part on the floor there, off. But once I got that off, they figured out how to do that. It was 4 bolts. So I just tightened them evenly here, as you can see. And I looked up the torque specs for this. I really hope it's enough. I think we ended up going with 75 foot-pounds. I'll probably have to check this after some time driving it, see if it loosened up at all. But that's what I found online, so that's what we tightened it to. So you can see there. Alright, put that rusty old drum back on. Once I lined up those brake shoes. And then the last part was just to put the tire back on. So going to grab my floor jack now. I'm really curious to see how heavy this floor jack really is, because it was not easy to grab it, but I'm going to go ahead and put the lug nut on. I always like to put the tire in place, slam it against the drum or whatever's housing it, and then snug it hand tight with at least 1 or 2 of the lug nuts so that it doesn't wobble. So right now, although it looks kind of crooked based on this video, I guarantee you it is snugged onto that. And so now this is the part where we're going to go ahead and tighten it down to, I think, 76 foot-pounds. So there's the floor jack I have to go grab. It's a lot heavier than it looks. It's kind of hard to carry based on this design. So it's a Craftsman's floor jack, 3-ton floor jack. So very careful to put it right on the pinch weld there, so you don't bend the body of the car. So I like to do it this way. You know, I like to lower it just so that the tire's touching the ground so that it doesn't turn while you're torquing down the lug nuts. So here's a video of me kind of getting it there. Going in an X pattern on the lug nuts so that they all tighten evenly, and being very careful not to push harder after you hear that click from your torque wrench. So that's it. I took apart the torque wrench, put it back in the case, made sure that it's all the way at the loosest setting. I think this one goes from 50 to a 200 foot-pounds or something, so you just want to make sure you do that every time you put away your torque wrench so the springs inside of it don't get messed up. So anyways, put the cover back on, and all that's left to do is to lower the car. And there it is. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a good one.